Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning, and I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news of this morning, 55 gallons of bulk rum seized in St. Elizabeth raid. 3 people are in custody, and the 55 gallons of bulk rum seized following police operation early Friday morning in the Silo Housing Scheme, St. Elizabeth. The operation, carried out around 5 a.m. by a specialized team, involved the execution of search warrants at the 2 residential premises in the community. Several containers of rum were confiscated during the raid, police confirmed. Investigations are ongoing. Clarendon man charged with murder of shopkeeper in Havana Heights, Clarendon. A Clarendon man has been charged with murder and multiple firearm-related offenses following the fatal shooting of a shopkeeper in Havana Heights on April 17. He is Gofar Brown, a 35-year-old resident of the community. He has been formally charged with murder, possession of a prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, and using a firearm to commit a felony concerning the killing of 48-year-old Oliver Andrews, otherwise known as Suti. The police report that Andrews was attacked at his business place at about 8:15 p.m. on April 17, according to a statement on Friday. Brown, allegedly armed with a firearm, reportedly opened the fire, hitting Andrews several times before fleeing the scene on foot. Residents summoned the police, who found Andrews suffering from gunshot wounds to his upper body. He was taken to hospital, where he later died while receiving treatment. Brown was apprehended during an intelligence-led operation on Wednesday. He was charged after a question-and-answer session in the presence of his attorney. A motive has not been disclosed. Mother recalls a painful memory of son's blood-stained pants. Mercy Fraser, the mother of Maria Dean, struggled to contain her emotions yesterday as she testified about receiving a pair of blood-stained pants which she believes belonged to her son. Fraser, who was the first witness in the trial of Corporal Elaine Stewart and the constables Juliana Cleavon and Marlon Grant, 3 police officers charged in connection with Dean's 2014 death, returned to the witness stand in the Westmoreland Circuit Court. She recalled being handed the pants at a Cornwall Regional Hospital, where Dean died on August 6, 2014, 3 days after being brutally beaten while in custody at the Barnett Street Police Station in Montego Bay. I know the pants was given to me and it was folded, but I cannot tell you what package it was in. It was a navy blue jeans, and I cannot tell you what brand it was, but I know it had bloodstains on it in more than one place, and spots were on both sides of the legs, Fraser told the court. She went on to describe how the pants reminded her of a visit Dean had made to her house several months before his death. Dean came to my house in that pants, and on that particular day, he wore an orange shirt, and it was months before his death, Fraser explained. The pants looked like the exact same pants he wore on that day. The distraught mother added, I was teasing him and I said, what a way you dress nice and come look for me. And when I hugged him, I said, what a way your cologne smell nice. During her testimony, prosecutor Kimberly Williams twice applied to have Fraser shown a pair of pants previously entered into evidence. However, High Court Justice Courtney Day upheld the objections from defense attorney Dalton Reed, who argued that Fraser had not conclusively identified the pants as the same pair Dean had worn. The evidence that was led has not created a relevant nexus for the pants, which were marked as Exhibit A. It only shows a closer mother-son relationship, Justice Day noted. Fraser also testified that in March, she voluntarily submitted a DNA sample to the Independent Commission of Investigation's crime scene examiner, Shade Vassell, at the Hanover Parish Court. The court had earlier heard a statement from Vassell, who confirmed that the buccal swab was taken on March 25. Justice Day adjourned the trial until April 28, noting that 2 prosecution witnesses expected to testify on Friday were unavailable. He urged the prosecution to ensure their next witness is prepared to take the stand at the next hearing. Stewart, Cleavon, and Grant are charged with manslaughter and the misconduct in a public office in connection with Dean's death, which occurred after he was beaten while in custody for possession of a ganja spliff. Stewart also faces a charge of perverting the course of justice amid allegations she ordered the cell cleaned before Indicom investigators arrived. Man gunned down in Central Village. A 41-year-old man was shot and killed in Central Village, St. Catherine on Thursday night. The deceased has been identified as Ludlow Johnson Jr., otherwise called Sheldon or Grimo, unemployed of Browns Lane, Central Village. Reports are that about 6:45 p.m., Johnson was in Browns Lane when explosions were heard. The police were summoned, and Johnson was found with what appeared to be gunshot wounds. He was transported to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. The Central Village Criminal Investigations Branch is probing the matter. Robbery suspect shot and injured by police in St. Catherine. The Independent Commission of Investigations is probing the non-fatal shooting of a man during a police operation in Mount Diablo District, St. Catherine on Friday morning. About 4:35 a.m., police personnel reportedly went into a rural community in search of a robbery suspect. The team was reportedly challenged by the suspect and took evasive action, during which the suspect was shot and injured. The police say they seized a Walther 9mm pistol affixed with a magazine containing 4 rounds of 9mm cartridges. The injured man was taken to hospital, where he was admitted. Thunderstorm brings hail to central Jamaica. Friday afternoon thunderstorms brought hail to some areas of the country, according to the Jamaica Meteorological Service. A video shot in Mandeville, Manchester, showed the small spears of ice plopping down alongside raindrops and a significant number of them collecting on the ground. The Met Service had forecast thunderstorm activity for parts of Jamaica, including areas of Kingston. Corporate area residents also experienced heavy rain, lightning, and thunder. Suspect linked to gang violence in Seaview Gardens captured by police. The Area 4 police are reporting that a suspect listed as a major player in gang violence in Seaview Gardens, St. Andrew, was captured Friday morning on a minibus in the Kingston Western Police Division. He was reportedly held in possession of a firearm. It is reported that about 10:15, a police team intercepted a public passenger vehicle along Spanish Town Road near St. Andrew Technical High School. During a search of the bus, a man was seen tossing a bag through a window. The bag was retrieved and found to contain a Ruger 9mm pistol loaded with a magazine containing 14 rounds of ammunition. A 32-year-old suspect was taken into custody. Investigators say he will be questioned in connection with a number of serious crimes. Reading to be timetabled for grades 1 to 3 students in primary schools. Grades 1 to 3 students at the primary level will soon begin to benefit from at least 2 hours of timetabled reading each week. Minister of Education, Skills, Youth and Information, Senator Dr. Dina Morris-Dixon, said literacy and numeracy are foundational, and she is pleased that reading will now be a timetabled subject. That's a big thing. Many people wouldn't even realize that it wasn't timetabled, but now it is timetabled because we are serious about stemming this literacy challenge that we have in our schools, Dr. Morris-Dixon said. She was addressing yesterday's Education Transformation Oversight Committee press conference held at the University of the West Indies Regional Headquarters in St. Andrew. Meanwhile, Permanent Secretary Dr. Kassan Troop underscored that it is critical to institute the teaching of reading. We understand the issue of literacy in our country, and rather than relying on an integrated approach in this new framework, reading will be taught. Every single class will be timetabled for reading, and that will mean that all our teachers will be teaching reading, Dr. Troop said. She advised that the ministry will be rolling out a massive training program during this quarter to build the skill sets of teachers and to retool them to deliver the reading curriculum. We'll be focusing on literacy, reading for fluency, reading for vocabulary building, and we will be looking at reading for enjoyment and word recognition, Dr. Troop added. In the meantime, Dr. Morris Dixon reiterated that the leadership of the ministry is seized of the problems in the education system and is committed to fixing them. Every single child in Jamaica matters, and every single child deserves a quality education like they have in Denmark, like they have in Singapore, and that's what our commitment is to the children of Jamaica, she said. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.